Good evening, friends. Ratnavandan, bestowing my humble namaskars at the holy feet of Brahmrishi Pitama Patriji. Let us begin with today's Swadhyaya.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. So, in yesterday's session, we prepared to meet our soul group, and today we will begin with chapter 5. The title of chapter 5 is Time. Time exists both on the physical plane and in the spirit world. The sole function of time is to mark change. Time would stop if nothing moved, if nothing evolved. On Earth, time marks physical changes as we see the hands of the clock moving. The tide wears away rocks. A car speeds from Boston to New York, and lines of age form on the faces of loved ones. In the spirit world, time marks changes in consciousness, the growth of awareness, the before and after of a thought, and the birth of a creation. Time reflects both the personal development of each soul and the evolution of collective consciousness as it too continues to grow and create. God, that is the collective consciousness, that is all, the whole, the divine. God exists in time because God continues to learn and expand. There is no end to conscious becoming. Consciousness will always become larger, knowing what it didn't know before, creating what before it couldn't create. Full knowledge, complete and absolute, doesn't exist now, nor will it ever. Time stretches infinitely, marking each thing learned as consciousness changes. Kamaljeet ma'am, can you mute yourself, please? While time in the spirit and physical worlds functions to mark change, spirit world time is both outside of and independent from physical time. From the spirit world, we can observe our universe at any point in its history, as well as previous, less perfect, and evolved universes. We can watch the Big Bang and the implosions of the first stars. Through special volumes of the Akashic record, we enter those events in the same way we step inside an IMAX theater on Earth. While we can watch the evolution of our universe like a 3D, 360-degree movie, we can't literally travel to many of those events because our soul energy can only go through hallways of light have been formed to carry us. There are vast regions and eras in the universe that have no passageways and no means for us to reach them. We are going to learn about this later. So, while we can view anything that has happened in all of history, we can only visit where the roads take us. To physically enter any planet or dimensional plane in the universe requires a body. So we must incarnate to visit. And we can only incarnate into appropriate places, times, and organisms. As far as incarnating on Earth, we can become embodied at any time in human history. A soul can incarnate successively in the 1920s, the Stone Age, a metropolis in the year 2300, or ancient Rome. Physical time is elliptical rather than linear. If you think of the starting point of our universe as one end of the ellipse, the point farthest from the start on the far end of the ellipse is the last moment in the existence of the last galaxy. But if you keep going around the ellipse, you can go back in time and return to the Big Bang. That's what physical time looks like from the spiritual world. It's why we can navigate forward and backward to enter any point in the human existence. While it's possible to incarnate at any time, souls usually find it too disruptive. We generally prefer to let our own soul development run in parallel to the earth time. So, most souls like to be thrust into an environment totally different from anything they have known. This tendency is what creates the impression among past life regressionists that the developmental process of the soul and its incarnational sequence is bound up in earth time. But this isn't true. Souls have the option to have their next incarnation at any time in human evolution or in the evolutionary history of other inhabited planets. It's just unusual it's just unusual souls who choose to do so. So, as we talk about our soul's plan, it's not just that the souls are going to incarnate in the present moment on the Earth planet. There are many options for the soul to actually incarnate in any time of the human history. And these souls are actually the unusual souls who uh, need to learn or to gain experience from those particular time frames. The matrix of cause and effect. The matrix holding every life, every choice, and the effects of every choice, from the beginning of human history to the end, can be seen in the spirit world. The entire ellipse of Earth time is known, and yet, paradoxically, souls enter a body, a family, a culture, and an era with free will to make choices and learn from everything they do. While the outcome of these choices in the form of cause and effect has occurred even before a soul enters a particular body, their choices are still made freely and naively, and what they learn is new, never before known by the individual soul or the collective consciousness. So, again, while each choice is freely made, the actual choice and its outcomes are already known. Time and your soul's development. Souls who incarnate are likely to do so hundreds of times. Many lives are short and difficult, abbreviated by illness, injury, or violence, but each life is chosen for what it can teach and for experiences that are aligned with the soul's karmic lesson plan. Souls spend thousands of earth years incarnating and gathering from these lives knowledge that could only be gained in the physical universe. Between lives, time is measured not in years, but by what is learned from the Akashic record and in tutorials that train us for spiritual careers. As souls evolve and advance in wisdom, their aura changes. And this too is a way time marks us. In the same way, the lined faces of people are reminders of their years of experience, auras of a darker, richer color bespeak soul wisdom. So, as we know of the age of a person by the wrinkles on his face, or by the age, or by the appearance, by the way a physical body looks like. Similarly, by checking the aura of a person, you can judge what kind of level of soul wisdom the person is having. So, if the aura is darker and having a very rich color, then that person is spiritually wiser. The next heading is elasticity of time. The presence of love and beauty changes the experience of time. On earth, the experience of falling in love expands time. Days seem to stretch endlessly because they are filled with intimacy and discovery. The contemplation of beauty also expands time as we subjectively experience it as slowing. We gaze at the glacier cut mountains and time seems to stop. In the spirit world, love and truth and beauty, which are essentially the same thing, have a similar effect on time. During periods when we merge with all, that is the divine, we experience a suspended oneness as we are flooded with knowledge and belonging. That oneness is love, composed of the most profound truth and beauty. As souls are absorbed in the oneness, time expands to the point of irrelevance. So we are all, when we are merged with the divine, with the all, as we put in quotation marks, with the completeness, then time disappears. Time and the infinite. Because our souls have a beginning, there was a time before our souls existed. And there is an infinite amount of time that stretches after our soul's birth. We can learn about time from our beginning in the same way as we learn about history before we were born on earth. So we can sit and we can study it in books and movies as we learned about Akashic records yesterday. But we can also drop in to places where the hallways of light allow us to bring our soul energy. And in those places, we can navigate back and forth on the ellipse of time. We can't go everywhere or to every historical moment, but we can only go to those pathways where they exist to support our energy. So let's say, for example, that a certain planet became uninhabitable and died, and the hallway of light is gone that once transported souls to that place. So you could observe that planet through a form of the Akashic record as it was. You could watch and study its history. But you couldn't bring your soul energy there to have the immediacy of direct experience. It's the same thing as an archaeologist studying drawings and maps of a ruined temple. They can learn a lot, but never stand in the temple as it once was. So, because all souls are eternal, our time continues in a forward linear march forever. But some of the future is hidden from us. We cannot look forward in spirit time as we do in the elliptical time of our planet to see the next as yet uncreated universe. What has not been created does not exist in spirit. What has not been learned is not yet known in spirit. So, what has not yet been thought is a void in the collective consciousness of the spirit. So, spirit, that is God, collective consciousness, all, the whole, the divine, keeps creating new and more perfect universes for one reason, that is, to learn. Like a dad, too big to fit into his daughter's playhouse, who must ask her what it's like to be inside. Spirit sends souls, small pieces of consciousness, into the universe it created to learn from interacting with its laws and forms. Consciousness is energy, and thought, a directed form of consciousness, is energy. Consciousness, through directed thought, turns energy into material dimensions with unique laws and forms. Consciousness creates these material dimensions, the universes, to play with and learn from. And we, small fragments of collective consciousness, are learning machines that enter the universe to discover everything that it has to teach. Collective consciousness cannot enter and occupy the universe on the micro level in the same way that we can. There is much the universe has to teach that can't be understood from the non physical vantage of pure thought. When everything has been learned from the universe, we now occupy it, and the next one will begin to form from the primordial energy of collective consciousness. Collective consciousness must create in order to evolve. In the same way, the creation of the wheel was necessary to spawn forms of transportation we would later invent. The creation of each universe sparks unimaginable growth and learning by the Spirit. So, we are a central and necessary part of the evolution of the Spirit. As souls mature, they are more frequently emerged with all God, Spirit, the whole collective consciousness. They contribute to the knowledge, the thoughts of all that is. There will always be new and beautiful creations and new truth. And as consciousness grows, there will be a deeper resonance of love, connecting every thought, every soul. Time will continue, but as a flower, a blooming consciousness in greater and greater perfection forever. Using time in the spirit world. When souls choose a body in which to incarnate, they are shown lines of probability, what is likely to happen based on the matrix of cause and effect at the moment of birth. They are given an idea of how long they will live and some of the physical, emotional, and environmental challenges they will face. But from the moment of birth on, these lines of probability become less and less predictive. Each choice that souls make changes them and alters, sometimes a little and sometimes a lot. the matrix of cause and effect on earth. While every choice is free and changes the matrix already contains the effects of those changes and choices, as we learned just now. Yet, the soul's choice isn't preordained. Rather, the ellipse of earth time already holds it. The choice was known and its effects recorded before it was made. Souls do not study the matrix of cause and effect for a particular life before they enter it. To do so would influence free choice and rob them of the lessons that can only be learned by naively facing an unknown future. Guides and discarnate souls don't share the future with embodied souls for the same reason that the important lessons will be lost then. Time teaches us, as incarnate souls, by hiding the future, and time teaches souls in spirit by forbidding knowledge they haven't learned. The fruit of the tree of knowledge in Genesis isn't knowledge of good and evil. There is no such thing. It is the knowledge of the future. When we break the amnesia we are born with and seek knowledge of what will be tomorrow, we are losing our mission here. We are cheating in this planetary school that relies on not knowing what will happen. Forget soothsayers and psychics who promise you a picture of what is to come. They will not help you in your mission. Their prognostications are mostly lies, and if they were the truth, they would take from you what's most precious of your learning, the unknown. In the spirit world, we use time to learn how consciousness evolves, how it constantly seeks a truth that will fill the voids between what is known. The darkness, what is not yet known, is empty of thought and awareness. Where the emptiness resides is where collective consciousness seeks to fill, asks where there is not yet an answer, creates where nothing has ever formed. Time is the measure of this process. Time holds every next thing. Time is the length and breadth of God. All God has thought and all God has done. So, time in the spirit world is the evolution of all discovery. So, friends, here is a small meditation related to this. Jordan says that you can prepare to merge with all that is the divine, that is the God, that is the collective consciousness. You can prepare to merge with it right now on earth. And he says two things will come out of it. The first is a sense of awareness of love, which is the foundation of consciousness, as well as a sense of connectedness and relationship to all that is. The second is a preparation for experiences you will have in spirit, where a cyclic merging with all is central to a soul's development. There is a place inside that is neither desire, nor seeking, nor acting. It is silent and empty. It is waiting. It is the moment before deciding, before acting. It is the loneliest place, but it's also the portal to the all, to the divine. So, friends, let us start with this meditation and identify this portal within us. So, I request everyone to please be settled, silently close your eyes, relax yourself, and as we prepare, to merge with the collective consciousness. Just relax yourself with your in breath and out breath. Take a long deep breath and release. Allow the normal, natural breathing, easy, tranquil, peaceful breathing. No efforts whatsoever. Just close your eyes and be one with your breath. Be the witness to your inhalation and exhalation. Notice each in breath and notice each out breath. Just surrender to the collective consciousness. And as you go deep inside yourself, through your breath, you are preparing to merge with the all right now. Some people access all that is by chanting, I am. Inhale, I. Exhale, and but the doorway is through awareness of the I, the infinite life of your soul, including all that it has felt and learned, and all that it has seen. At the center of the most alone place in the infinite I is the doorway to all. The doorway opens to every soul we love and the all that holds and teaches us.
Unable to hear, ma'am.
By meditating on your separateness, you feel the walls dissolve. You are touched by 1,000 hands. Thousand voices whisper to you. The wisdom gleamed in 1,000 lives enters you. It all becomes your strength, your fortitude to come back to the body, to go on living. The all is the light surrounding us. To get there, go deep inside your single point of light, your me-ness. That is your I. Recall and feel the trajectory of your individual life. Where has your soul been going? What have you been learning? Allow your memory to drift back, stopping at random places. It doesn't matter where. All the memories you recall will get you where you need to go. And now, after pausing to enter these random memories, wait, feel, allow a sense of yourself to bubble up. Stay with that. The feeling of being a star in a universe in which there are such great spaces between the points of light. And as you feel in this feeling, you can find the all. The all surrounds you, whether you sense it now or not. Imagine your star, your single point of light, surrounded by other stars. When you are ready, your attention will shift to the points of light that surround you. They are made of the same stuff as you. The distance is nothing. The light is what matters. The light is love, connecting everything. The all feels like relief, surrender, and letting go. The pain and loneliness disappear. It is becoming, for a moment, not just the ocean, bather, but the ocean itself. Not just the driver, but the road and the destination. Not just the dancer, but the dance itself. Not just the lover, but the beloved. Not just a star, but every star and all the light in the universe. The moment is brief. It is like a chime that sounds once, but the echo goes on and on. So, friends, take your time and slowly can come out of the meditation. This is where I conclude today's chapter. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiran, ma'am. Thank you very much for the wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hi, Priya, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Request if you can add.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be part of this group and listen to all of this wisdom.
Great, ma'am. If you have some time, you can do any of the books, like, if you have time.
Yeah,
You
I
can
was
do one
thinking about this. Yeah, I was thinking maybe I will let you know when I'm ready.
I'll wait for you, ma'am.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thank you very much for the confirmation, ma'am, that you're ready to do it. And
Yeah,
because this
even
thought is
before
just
you
proper.
asked, I was having this in my mind, that intention of delivering a
This
book.
thought is just propped up. I mean, while you were
Okay.
just.
Okay.
So that I should ask you.
Even
Thank
I
you very
have
much for the
decided that,
confirmation.
yeah, I have decided the book also, but the book name is not in my mind right now. But it is also very similar and has a lot of ancestral, what you call, ancestral vows. All that has to be, how it can be cleared, all those karma and all that. So book is very similar to this luminous uh, path. Yeah.
Look forward to hear from you, ma'am.
Sure, sure.
Thank you. Kamaljit ma'am, would you like to add few words here, ma'am? Kamaljit ma'am.
Thank you so very much. I enjoyed the meditation. Yes. Thank you.
So with this, we'll take a small break and join tomorrow. Kiran ma'am, thank you. Thank you everyone for
Sure,
joining
sir.
us tonight.
Yes. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank
Good
you
night.
to all. Thank you to all present in the session and who are listening it on the YouTube also. Thank you so much for the collective consciousness. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am.
Thank you, Kiran ma'am. Thank you, Anand sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Haripriya ma'am.